Welcome to the second episode of deverellsmith versus the property industry. We are at Lee Valley Park, and I can't really believe I'm saying this, but we are about to take on that.
Incredibly nervous. Shall we take a look around?
Let's go. This bank is far higher than I thought it was, and there's two of them.
Hang on. I don't want to do it. Look down, look at the...
No, I know. I've been looking down since I got here, mate.
Mate, everyone's wearing Lycra.
No chance.
I'm
not doing it. I told Loz I'm not doing it.
I ain't wearing Lycra.
Straight up, it's not happening.
I can't do it.
No.
I don't want to do it.
Not at all. Let's go.
All right.
Let's do this.
My background in cycling was buying a Peloton during lockdown, and it was used as a washing line.
My cycling background is complete novice. Started in COVID because it was the easiest way to get around.
Prior to coming here, was absolutely zero on the track, but I train and race as a cyclocrosser.
So I've cycled since I was 4 years old, got a little bike with stabilisers. It's always been really important for me, so it's a sense of freedom.
I BMXed as a kid, moved on to mountain bikes, and then started triathlons, which put me onto racing.
My name's Nadine, I'm your coach today. Just a couple of bits of information and safety before we go up onto the track. If you haven't found the toilet from fluff, jelly babies, miniature bottles of booze, it's all got to come out. Take note of the number on your top tube. You can hook your handlebar on the metal rail to stop it rolling down the ramp. Take note of the number on... Okay, who's up for being first?
Yeah, go on. Your name's on the board, mate.
I'm all right for now. I'm not moving. See the pace? Absolute whip it round the corners.
It was higher than I thought, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
Scary, terrifying, definitely terrifying. You see the rider in front going higher, you suddenly realise, oh wow, this is actually pretty steep.
You have to try and slow down quickly. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how you do it.
It's, well, I do know how you do it. You stop pedaling, you go flying.
My property predictions for the next 12 months is that I think there'll be a little bit of uncertainty. Lettings is typically robust. There's a constant demand, lack of supply. So I think it'll be a great year for lettings. And I think the housing market continues to recover, albeit slowly. And hopefully if interest rates continue or start to reduce their holding, they start to reduce, coupled with inflation coming down, hopefully that will ignite the housing market even more. In terms of leadership, keep hold of good people, continue to focus on delivering for customers. It's all about service. There's a constant need for people need to move, they need to buy, they need to sell, they need to rent. I think there's one cyclist I could cycle with, it'd probably be Jason Kenny. I think he's won the most Olympic golds or Olympic medals for UK cycling. Married to Laura Kenny, who's got the same accolade, and I think he's be a great experience to cycle with him.
We'll see more conglomeration of agents. Obviously there's a sort of trend at the moment where everyone's buying everyone else. So I think you'll see the industry go further in that direction. As far as I'm concerned, on the sort of property management side of things, It's looking after portfolios, and that's where the real value is in the business, and getting the number of managed tenancies and tenancies in general up, because that seems to be where the real residual value of the business is. Treat others as you'd like to be treated yourself. I think that's a really, really good. I mean, not just in business, but broadly, it applies. But I think that's always been something that's important to me. And you never know in this industry. It's quite a close-knit industry. Who you might end up working with again. And I had that with Alex Harrington at Dexter's, and it's been great working with him again, but all those years ago we worked together at Foxton. So I think you do see that time and time again where you bump into friendly faces, and that's why it's really important to kind of treat people as you want to be treated. I think my biggest achievement in property is just the teams that I've built, and what's been great about that is people have gone on to do amazing things within other businesses. So that's always very rewarding to know that I worked with someone, say 10, 15, Julian 20 years ago, and we're still mates now, and all those people are doing really well in their own sort of chosen field and chosen business.
My advice to senior leaders would be to stay consistent, have a game plan for the future, and stick to it. Things are not going to be easy for the next 6 to 12 months, but if you keep on that strategy, I'm sure you'll achieve it. My prediction for the property market in the next 12 months is probably a bit more investment activity. Hopefully there's some stability for people to see what's going on, and actually make some decisions for people to transact. I think my biggest achievement is I've done everything from investments, divestments, development, property management, different real estate sectors. So it's a broad range of roles now, which has been great.
Predictions for the next 12 months in the property market. The sales side is probably going to remain relatively flat. I think we may see a slight decrease by 1 or 2% this year. On the rental side, we still see probably an increase by a couple of percent this year. There's more stock coming on, there's still lots of applicants out there, so I think it's going to be pretty buoyant. When recruiting to the business, what I look for, it's all about the individual, the character. I want someone with energy, don't necessarily have to experience, but if you bring the right attitude, you're confident, you're willing to take on board criticism, ideas, bring ideas to the table as well, and it's that enthusiasm. If someone's enthusiastic, willing to learn, then I think that's all you need. My biggest achievement in property, becoming a partner at Knight Frank. I've been lucky enough to work at Knight Frank for 14 years. I've opened 2 offices for Knight Frank, which have proved to be very successful, and now run the South Kensington office, which is a profitable office, a high-performing team in a great area.
My property predictions for the next 12 months. I don't think we're going to see any major change unless the new government puts in something drastic. If interest rates continue to fall, we should see really similar. Transaction times, I think, will increase, and that still will continue to be a problem that we're all tackling and working towards. My advice for other senior leadership professionals to navigate through this year, 2024, would be to listen, I think, to the workforce. There's a lot of potentially top-down things that happen, and you've got all of the people beneath you doing the doing and doing the great work for you, but they need to understand why things are happening, what they can do to help and make a better business. What do I look for when recruiting into my business? Probably, we have a smallish team at the moment, so they have to be a team of 10, but they are pushed really, really hard to really grow and develop within their role. So I'm looking for people that are keen to learn, are willing to make mistakes and be pulled up on them. I think that's important, and have those really open conversations about where they can develop, and just like an absolute need and love to want to grow within the business.
My background in cycling is watching videos of Tommy on his peloton. That's about as far as I go. I think for me the market is actually going to go from strength to strength over the next 12 months. I think if you look back since 2016, the kind of population's been hit with constant stallers, from the announcement of Brexit to the referendum to COVID. People are a bit fed up of having to wait. And last year they waited again because they didn't know what was going on with the economy. And since we come back in January and the economy is stabilised, or more so the base rate stopped increasing, people were prepared to commit again to buying and selling. And that's probably my prediction for the next 12 to 18 months. As long as we're in a stable market, I think it will go from strength to strength. If we start to see reductions in the base rate, I think it will be phenomenal for what will happen there afterwards. What do I look for when recruiting into the business? The answer I give to everybody, whether they're a junior or someone that's been doing this for 15, 20 years, is the right attitude and the right work ethic. Because ultimately they're the two things you predominantly can't teach. You can encourage people, you can incentivise them to work and to have that motivation, but fundamentally that right attitude towards what they're doing and that work ethic towards what they want to achieve is within themselves. My advice for other senior leaders in property to get through this year would be to make sure you're investing in people. You know, the aspect of the market beginning to come back with green shoots is definitely there. We've seen that since January, but our industry is all about people. We should be investing in people all of the time. But if you want to make the most of this year into the market that we think is coming in the years ahead, then you've got to make sure you're putting time and effort into the people around you in their development, their progression, because they're the people that are going to help you drive it all forward.
Advice to senior professionals would be to stick with what you know. It's worked for you this long, don't change it now. Obviously we need to move with the times. It could be tech, it could be new legislation that we need to focus on, but I think go with what you know. It's worked this long. When I'm recruiting for my business, I look for someone that stands out, someone that's prepared to go above and beyond, but someone that's prepared to think on their feet and stand out from the crowd. My biggest achievement in property would be delivering probably our record year for the business. As we came out of COVID, it was a tough year for the business and the team pulled through and we had a great year for the record.
Right guys, we've had a blast. I hope everyone's as tired as I am, but most important part today, we've got a bronze, a silver and a gold medal to round out. So, in third place is
Mark Lawrenson.
Well done, Mark. Thank you very much. Well done. Thank you very much. And in second place, winning the silver medal, we have
James Leverton.
Well done. And in first place, the winner of the day, the gold medal goes to
Mark Batty.
Well done, Mark.
Right guys, thank you so much for watching. Ryan's currently being sick in the toilet after doing the 7th fastest lap of the day. Okay mate, so well done Ryan. Thank you for watching Deverell Smith versus the property industry. We'll be doing another event soon, so stay tuned.